Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Your home for all content Lord of the Rings home. Today I want to talk about a strategy, a cheesy, cool strategy for chapter 3. It basically involves 3 times bloodlust. You might have heard about it from one of your guildmates at this point. This is something that somebody DM'd me about, Mangface. I talked a little bit about it in a glyph video with Teacher, but I kind of wanted to expand upon it here in a whole video, give you some strategy tips. So I just want to show you exactly what's happening here in game, and then we'll watch some footage. I have 2 sort of runs to show you. One with Rohan 3 and Ironhide, I believe, in this one. And I think that's going to be more useful for the majority of people. But then I also have one to show you that is the Dol Guldur squad, basically doing the exact same thing. And you can see here, this is from our most current raid, DG squad. In this case, Ironhide, but I've done it also with Brute here. And then I've also done it with Rohan 3, Strider, and Ironhide here. So here, Strider is okay. But basically the key to this strategy is just making sure you have triple bloodlust on a good chunk of these characters, especially the big damage dealers. So of the people I have bloodlust on, I have it on Black Beast, I have it on Charu, I have it on Rekka, and I have it on Ironhide. And then I also have it on Eomer, Strider, and Brute here. And I want to go through some of the strategies and tips because it actually did take me a few tries to get max. And the footage I'm going to show you is actually when chapter 3 was still bugged and how well you can still do there. So it'll look off, but it's much easier now. I'm thinking about seeing if I can push into difficulty 4 with this type of strategy. It becomes a lot harder because you do need to be able to kill the orcs for this strategy to work. But I am kind of coming to the opinion that Bloodlust is better than Last Stand for chapter 3. You know, on paper, it looked like Last Stand would be a really great option for chapter 3, just to make sure that you can, 1, take an immediate turn, but 2, cleanse a bunch of banes from yourself, from that character. I was like, oh man, this is going to be the solve for chapter 3. Nope, turns out it's Bloodlust. So let's go through the footage. Let me switch here. Okay, so this is my Rohan 3 team. Like I said, this run is with Ironhide, and I think that's a lot more applicable to a bunch of people. Ironhide is great because, right, his swoosh is going to get rid of all the unbreakables, and I think that that is really important here. Okay, so again, the goal here is, I think I also went mostly for damage on my Ironhide and obviously for my Eomer as well. The goal here is just to do as much damage as possible, which is why I ended up AoEing that first sort of round with Strider. Strider's already out. That's okay. Again, this is the bugged chapter 3. It works much better now that it's fixed, like significantly better. So it's worth trying this out just to see if it's an easy 900k. So you can see there's the first, it's an easy 900k. And I think even you have the possibility of maybe moving up into difficulty 4 with maybe not maxed out teams. Like my Rohan 3 and Ironhide, they're all 7 stars, and same with my Strider, and they're all gear tier 8, but their skills are nowhere near max. Their glyphs are fine. They're level 5 glyphs at this point. They're okay, right? It's something that's definitely achievable, and I want to try and push them into diff 4. I think if you have decent damage on Ironhide and Eomer, you can do this in difficulty 3, even with a, less geared team. I do it on my free-to-play account as well. So if we go back just a smidge here, maybe just a little bit more. Okay, Ironhide's going to do his switch, get rid of the unbreakables. He also killed Skullcrusher. Now he's got 90% turn meter. And I think this is something that I had to rewire my brain and not do automatically when I'm doing this particular strategy. And this is why I want to make a video about it. For the longest time, I was just, okay, well, I'll just do my other AoE right now. And you shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Do basics. And the reason you should be doing basics is because, look, I'm going to get 90% turn meter here. Go again. And I just killed the other guy because he had the most turn meter. Cool. That's fine. Notice I'm leaving the characters that have very low HP to, not to my characters that have bloodlust on them. So either Eomer or Ironhide. Again, going to use a basic here. Okay. Now here's a little bit of a questionable one. I think I could probably kill him with a basic. If I can't, then I would probably use the AoE. The reason I'm using basics, though, is I want to get the cooldown for the swoosh, the special one, to be back up. That way, okay, everybody's basically back up at full health, and they all have unbreakables again because I spent, a wave killing them all. I want to get rid of all the unbreakables again. So you have to do your basics. I was doing too many AoEs, actually. So here, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything. So, okay, time to AoE. Yeah, didn't work out. That's okay. Getting counter to everybody works really well because if you kill on a counter with either AMR or Ironhide, which they can do and sometimes often do, then that still gives them 90% turn meter. Bloodlust still works on those counters. So the skill that you're really trying to, just like you're trying to get the swoosh Ironhide special 1 to sort of reset and cooldown by killing off people with your basic, the skill you want to use for the safe cooldowns for or get back up as quickly as possible is AMR's special 1, just to get the summon back up, because they often target the summon, right? And then you can basically use that as a shield, because yes, you get 90% turn meter, but eventually they do start to take turns. And again, this is when chapter 3 was broken, so when one of them takes a turn, it's like actually 4 of them. So I'm using a special 2 here just to make sure I wipe him out. Okay, great. Boom, that's okay. This is a little bit of a weird option, but because AMR has the assist as well, look at that. And then now he's going to go, and now he's going to go again. So I'm just trying to give myself a lot of leeway here in terms of setting myself up for either when Ironhide goes again or when AMR goes again. We'll take the heat off of Eowyn. Boom, swooshes back up. There goes all the unbreakables. And then now I'm just going to start pinging people down. My summon is almost all the way back up. It should be back up next time. So here's an interesting situation. I know AMR has 2 assist stacks. If Eowyn has a wet noodle hit here and AMR gets the kill, he gets to go again. She got the kill, unfortunately, which is okay as it turns out, because she's also still just reducing capture stacks. The two, I would say, when you're doing this strategy, the 2 biggest enemies, the War Drummers become less of an issue because you're just sort of cycling TM so much with Bloodlust. They're less of an issue than normal, I would say. The 2 biggest ones are actually a Skull Crusher, because that's a given, and the Fire Starters, because when they blind your character, either Ironhide or AMR, you really, really start to lose out on your point potential. So she's gonna go, it's gonna miss. Okay, fine. We're gonna be wasting another assist attack, missing there, so that's not great. So I have an option here. The reason I'm choosing to go special 2 is because it cleanses himself and then attacks. Then he gets 90% turn meter, and then I can do my special 1 and get the summon back out anyway. Strider died right away, by the way. We've just been doing this whole time with 4 people, and now Eothane is dead as well. Okay. Line there on Ironhide sucks, but it's okay because we got AMR to get an assist and get in there. Do a little cleanse. Probably should have done Firestarter there, to be honest with you. I think I didn't realize how much of a pain in the butt the Firestarters were. I suppose it doesn't matter. Yeah. I think he just did it, so it's fine. Okay. Here's hoping. Boom. Instant 100% because I killed more than 1. So I think there's sort of this note, should I put 3 times Bloodlust or should I just put 1 set of Bloodlust? And I think the answer is still 3 times Bloodlust, just in case. I think 1 times Bloodlust just doesn't do it. 3 times, you really do need the 3 times. Okay, so with chapter 3 broken, 525k, you saw that on my earlier attempt that I was able to get 900k pretty easily. Now I want to show you how to do it with Dol Guldur. These are just 2 squads that I've figured out you can do it with. I am absolutely positive that there are more squads you can do this with. Basically, any squad with big damage numbers. I think probably Thorin's company is also a really great option. So again, AoEing right away. The reason I have T-Beb in here is one, I don't have Haradrim built up, but two, she just can cleanse and give haste, especially since I put a Lembas set on her. Doesn't even matter because she got deleted right away. That's fine. The Black Beast, the DG setup is fun though. You do want to make sure that you get some counters build up. And then it's basically do as much damage as you can with Brute. He doesn't have the swipe to get rid of the Unbreakables, but if you mod him so that he has massive amounts of damage, it doesn't matter because he'll just go through the Unbreakables anyway. So here, yep, okay, we're going to get rid of the Provoke on Wargar, going to slow him down. And then, because I have 3 times Bloodlust also on Rekka, I'm just going to start pinging people. And the reason I don't care whether it's her or anybody else that does it is because, you know, he's just building up feast stacks. So you just want to kill as many of them as you can. Make sure he gets to 20 feast stacks as fast as possible. So like right here, Black Beast got rid of the Unbreakable on whoever that was, the Mangler, and then Reika went again. And now we're going to get an Unbreakable off on somebody, probably. Oh, we're going to do it on this guy. Okay, that's fine. Oh, because he's going to go soon. And if he attacked the Black Beast, then it wouldn't be too much of an issue. But boom. Again, you notice I'm always tempted to use, well, special 2 is up. Why wouldn't I use the special 2? Put might on everybody, right? Because I want to get his cooldowns back, right? And the more people you kill with Brute, well, he's got 7 stacks of capture, so if I kill somebody, then I'm automatically giving myself a little bit more time. 6 stacks of capture now, right? And he's going to go again soon. So I think I want to, what I might be doing, yeah, I just want to get the AoE, get everybody else down. And then, yeah, now you want to give everybody might because look what's coming. Okay, that's fine. Look what's coming on Black Beast. Boom. So this is where the real fun starts to begin. Look how much damage he did. And I've modded him for damage, right? He had might as well, but now he's got 14 stacks. Look, boom, basic. Basic. I'm going to get some counter set up and I'm kind of restarting the train here. Later on, what ends up happening is you can kind of get into the cycle where you do his special 2, his big suck. It gets pretty much everybody down to low health. You might be killing 1 or 2, and then he goes again, and then you can just basic everybody else down, right? And then you get his big suck back after everybody is full health again, and then you just do the same process over and over and over again. Yeah, your slow is nice, doesn't matter. I've got the big suck back. Pretty much exactly like that. 1 died. Oh, it died from whatever. It's fine. Again, this is during a broken chapter 3. It works with DG because of the binding mechanic, I think is why it works very, very well. It works with Rohan because Aemir is just very good and Ironhide is just very good at clearing the Unbreakables, but I really sincerely do think that there are better options out there. Boom. And now I've got the big suck. And I'm at 20 feast stacks. My Black Beast is at, and even if I don't kill them, doesn't matter because he's got so many counters. It's whatever. And then here I'm just going for the person usually with the most turn meter, but I'm not sure it really matters. So my Black Beast is at 6 stars, and my Reika and my Charu are at 5 stars, and my Brute is at 7. But like I said, you can do this with other people. That's why I wanted to show the Rohan one. I think that's a little bit more accessible to many more people. This is a fun way to do chapter 3. I'm going to be honest with you. Boom. Made sure I got 1 kill there. And now I go back. Here's a basic. Basic. This is kind of the name of the game here. And again, I'm just not, even though special 1 is up, I'm just not going to use it until I really need to. And I won't need to here because after using basic 5 times, you know, he gets his cooldown back on his special 2. And at this point, it's just getting another big suck. The important part about the DG squad doing this though, is that because of his passive, Black Beast passive, every time he kills somebody, look, they get their turn meter reduced by 10%. So Boom. And you start the cycle over again. So when you do kill somebody, you're kind of keeping their turn meter at a minimum. Whereas when you do this with like Rohan and Ironhide, it's not, you know, they do eventually take a turn and you have to deal with that. So I find it works much better with Dol Guldur, but look, I'm out. I'm going to get, it's fine. What you want to do there in that situation though, is if you're forced to use your special one, because you don't have your special 2 back up, you want to make sure that the person who has the most turn meter gets to a low enough like health. And there we go. Low enough health that they basically, you know, when they come in and he counterattacks, he gets his 90% turn meter off the kill. So that's kind of the basic premise of this technique. And cheesiness, I'm sure lots of people have heard about the Ironhide and Rohan 3 one, but I just wanted to show you that you can do it with other teams, and that also you do have to kind of change your way of thinking about it in your approach, and making sure that you're, you know, there's usually 1 or 2 skills you want to kind of reset the cooldown on, right? And so you just want to do basics until you get to that skill cooldown. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.